The venue may have been Allianz Stadium, but it was actually a West Tigers home game. And that was enough to confuse at least one little red rooster in the shape of Sonny Bill Williams, who was back from a 2-game suspension. The troubled Tigers would no doubt have loved to have had him in their lineup, even if it was just for one night, especially when the competition leaders grabbed an early try with ridiculous ease.
Popping it back for Friend. He ducks and he scores. Just like that, off the back of 2 penalties, they go inside the Tigers' 20. How ruthless they are inside the red zone.
SBW wasn't the only code hopper on show, with Lottie Takiri making an instant impact in his first NRL appearance for 2013.
Here's Tedesco sneaking in behind Pearce. What a ball for Lottie Takiri. On his return, Lottie's in for the Tigers.
Just a few millimetres was all that stood between the Tigers and a shock lead at the 20-minute mark when James Tedesco nearly cashed in on a Benji Marshall speculator. The Roosters now realise that they were in a contest with their 15th placed opponents and had to lift quickly.
Sonny Bill Williams straightening, taking some stopping. He reached out to put it down. It looked like a second effort.
There was plenty of effort, all right, but it was all above board with the big Kiwi keeping his ball-carrying arm off the turf to collect 4 points. Sonny Bill was leading the way. However, one of his teammates took the notion of lifting far too literally.
The ball! Luke O'Donnell! Keep a lid on him! He turned Tim Simona into a human cartwheel.
After being involved in a scuffle with Keith Galloway shortly before that, Luke O'Donnell found himself on report this time on what was turning out to be an eventful evening against his old club. The first half finished with a James Maloney penalty, giving the Roosters an 8-point edge with 40 minutes remaining. Any hope that Wests had of bringing off an almighty upset was blown out of the water when Daniel Mortimer snared a quick-fire double, getting the benefit of the doubt on his grounding, then going straight up the middle in support.
Isaac Lou putting the foot down now. Mortimer will go in again. Daniel Mortimer.
Another Daniel decided to join in as the Tricolours took this affair right away from the Tigers.
Here's injury to insult. Daniel Tupou from the scrum win, straight through some paper-thin Tiger defence.
Mitchell Pearce then marked his 150th first-grade match in fitting fashion.
He throws a dummy. There had to be a gap somewhere. It was there for the 7.
4 tries in 12 minutes, but the Rooster rampage wasn't over there.
Some real pressure here on Tedesco. The ball is still there, and Michael Jennings has come through and planted it down for another Roosters try.
Being caught napping at the back was one thing, but the next try bordered on being embarrassing.
Oh, throwing it to nobody. Mitchell Pearce picks it up. He'll run away and score his second try.
Tedesco grabbed one for the tormented Tigers with this determined contribution, but it was much like applying a band-aid to an axe wound as James Maloney and Michael Jennings combined to continue the carve-up.
He'll have too much speed. Marshall chasing, but Michael Jennings is in again.
Curtis Sirenan crossed in the closing stages for what was the 9th try of the second stanza. But alas for Mick Potter's men, all bar 2 of them went to the Roosters, whose score was enhanced further by Maloney's 10 goals from as many attempts. David Rollins, NRL.com.